10 celebrities who should become the next Queen Elizabeth. At number 10 spot, we have Adele. First of all, Adele is a fellow Londoner and shows many qualities a queen should show. Starting from humble beginnings, Adele hasn't changed who she was no matter how much fame or money she was given, which is something you can say is hard to find nowadays. In 2017, when the Grenfell Tower disaster occurred, Adele was there after to show her support for the 72 victims who lost their lives. She brought both awareness to the case and reminded others how good of a person she is. Number 9, Claire Foy. This one was a no-brainer since she literally stars as the queen in Netflix hit show, The Crown. Her performance made everyone actually believe she was Queen Elizabeth for a second until she passed the baton to Olivia Colman and Imelda Staunton. The first season of The Crown, which chronicled the queen's life from her wedding in 1947 until 1955, has re-entered Netflix's weekly global top 10 chart following the news of her death. Foy won Best Actress awards at both the Emmys and Golden Globes for playing the queen. She was speaking to BBC News while promoting her new film Women Talking, in which she stars alongside Jessie Buckley, Rooney Mara, Ben Winshaw, and Frances McDormand. Number 8, Jennifer Lawrence. The Hunger Games superstar could definitely be a runner-up for the queen. Jennifer Lawrence is not only multi-talented, but she's as genuine as can be. She really doesn't care how the public views her, but instead she is just herself and acts that way all the time. We see time and time again with Jennifer Lawrence showing her human side that we can all relate to, eating pizza and even tripping as she got her award at the Oscars. She is not shy to admit her wrongdoings and owns up to them as a queen should. At our number 7 spot, we have Beyonce. Beyonce is an icon for ladies all across the globe. She has it all, the looks and the confidence, so it's no wonder why people look up to her. Hell, I even look up to her. So it makes it seem like she would be a good queen, right? Other than being a very kind person as well, Beyonce is also known as an environmental activist, which is probably one of the greatest traits she has that could resemble a real queen's traits. I mean, her nickname is literally Queen Bee. Other than her amazing qualities as a person, Beyonce has racked up 29 MTV Music Awards and 28 Grammys, so she is no stranger to public praise. At a number 6 spot, we have Emma Watson. With another fellow English person on this list, we have the elegant Emma Watson. Everyone knows her role as Hermione in the Harry Potter series, which ultimately kickstarted her career. But did you know that she is highly intelligent as well? She has studied at both Brown and Oxford University, and trust me, those are no walks in the park. On top of that, she is also a UN Women Goodwill Ambassador and is not afraid to face public issues in the face and use her large platform to bring even more awareness. Her work has been focused on female empowerment and promoting education equality globally. During one of her speeches, she issued a massive call to social media action through her hashtag #HeForShe campaign, and her voice was enough for the whole world to know. And did you know that Emma Watson often asks her fans to donate to organizations like UNICEF instead of sending her birthday or holiday gifts? She also regularly donates items to be auctioned off at charities like Wild Trout Trust and Mission Nutrition. Just make her queen next already. At a number 5 spot, we have Meryl Streep. Best known for her roles in Sophie's Choice, The Devil Wears Prada, and Mamma Mia, Meryl Streep is one of the best actresses of the generation. In a place like Hollywood, it's really easy to be arrogant and self-loathing, but not for Meryl. She has kept true to her humble roots. Co-star Olivia Colman once said, quote, "Meryl got nothing to prove, so there's no ego. She was lovely to be around." There's also the fact that Meryl never gets caught up in any sort of unnecessary scandals, which shows a lot about her character compared to people like the Kardashians or even Lindsay Lohan. Women's rights are important to Meryl as well, as she isn't afraid to speak out when Trump was elected. Her dedication to improving the world for women has led her to speaking at many important events and being a voice for women everywhere. With all this being said, do you think she'd make a good queen? At number 4 spot, we have Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama has been an icon for young women across the country since her arrival in the White House. Apart from other first ladies, Michelle had a very strong personality and wasn't afraid to bring up issues many of us didn't want to talk about. Using her personality and her confidence, Michelle motivated, inspired, and called others to action every time she gave a speech. In a 2015 commencement speech at Tuskegee University, she reminded black students to stay strong and persevere against the odds, also talking about the harsh realities they face in America. She had a background in injustice as she was a practicing lawyer and actually worked at the Chicago City Hall for a bit. The qualities that make her most fit to be the queen, in my opinion, is how she remains to be graceful under all this sort of pressure, and also that she's completely honest. Michelle once said, quote, "We learned about honesty and integrity, that the truth matters, that you don't take shortcuts or play by your own set of rules, and success doesn't count unless you earn it fair and square." Number 3, Kate Middleton. So finally, this is a celebrity who can realistically become queen one day. Well, queen consort to be exact, because those two are very different. She's an educated woman who gained her qualifications and continued to study at university, earning a degree in the history of art. She's constantly looking to help others, and she shows that by attending events for charities and other sorts of assistance. So when Prince William finally does become king, she will officially be named Queen Catherine I. Number 2, Audrey Hepburn. No one was really as elegant as Audrey Hepburn, were they? Also from British origins, Audrey is praised as being a movie and also a fashion icon. I mean, have you seen what she looks like? Other than her looks, Audrey showed multiple traits that could lead many to believe that she would make a good queen if she was still alive today. And all the things Audrey did, acting, modeling, dancing, mothering, and charity work, she did with cool humbleness. She knew her limitations and often joked about it in public. Another trait I really appreciated from Hepburn was that she believed in the power of hard work. And imagine if the queen was open to talk about that type of stuff. Everyone would be working hard. One time Audrey said, quote, "Things aren't supposed to just fall into your lap. God is very generous, but he expects you to do your part first." And finally, Audrey has been known to help others, as she is caught saying, quote, "As you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping and the other one for helping others." At our number 1 spot, we have Sylvia Plath. Plath is a defining voice in the 20th century poetry. For women poets, she was also a turning point, a new vocal role model, but purely as a poet, she is part of the tradition for the whole poetic community. Most of today's leading poets, men included, would be a lot different if she never written at all. She was brave and bold enough to put her innermost thoughts and feelings out to the world to hear and understand. She released an autobiography named The Bell Jar, which talked about mental illness, which is very highly unrecognized back in those days. And if she was queen, maybe a country would be generations ahead. Well, these are the 10 celebrities who should become the queen next. What do you guys think about this list? Leave a comment down below, like and follow this video for some more queen content. I'm your host Andrew, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
These are 10 reasons why Meghan Markle should be the next queen. Number 10. She's popular. Popularity may seem like an unimportant quality for the queen, but it's actually crucial. Meghan gets tons of people following her moves, paparazzi, media, everything. More media coverage on the royal family could be a great thing for them, being able to spread their messages to more people and get the word out faster for new important updates on them. Number 9. She's a philanthropist. Meghan often gives money to the Archewell Foundation that her and Harry own. Her and Harry have been involved in charity since their wedding. After their wedding, they worked with causes that were close to their hearts. One of these charities being the One Young World and World Vision organization. Number 8. She's an activist. Meghan most recently broke down toxic stereotypes in male film characters. This led to a controversy. However, she remained strong about her stance. This kind of mindset is good to have as a queen, as she would be able to spot and take care of discrimination and misogyny in the royal family and the UK in general. Number 7. She knows what it's like to be a commoner. Although Meghan was an actress before she was a royal, before even acting she worked many part-time jobs. She knows what it's like to get a check and not be able to tell if she can pay her phone bill and other necessities. With this outsider knowledge, her being the queen could lead to her giving more benefits to workers across the United Kingdom. Number 6. She has important skills. As she mastered cursive as an adult and used her skill to get some money. It is essential for a queen to be elegant in everything, including her writing. No letter or signing will be bland ever again, giving her curvy letters a drop of elegance onto the page. Number 5. She speaks 3 languages. Many people do not actually know this, but Meghan Markle actually speaks 3 separate languages, being English, Spanish, and French. The trilingual Meghan can use her knowledge of these languages to complete engagements with ease, especially with foreign parties, as she wouldn't need a translator to communicate with other important figures. Number 4. She's practical. Many publications think one of Meghan Markle's best qualities is her practicality. Being practical can be a good thing to be as the queen. You have to make so many decisions every day that could change the fate of your country. Meghan would know exactly what to prioritize and what to leave for later, meaning she could be efficient in her duties. Number 3. She can handle stress. Meghan has been in the film industry for almost 20 years, so she knows a thing or two about the industry and how stressful it can get with a camera following you around, something royals commonly share. Meghan Markle is an expert in front of a camera and has excellent PR training with film controversies, so whenever the royal family would make a mistake, she'd be there to coach everyone to safety with her PR skills. Number 2. She's taken over some responsibility from Queen Elizabeth II before. When she was still officially a part of the royal family, Meghan actually took on a royal duty that Her Majesty had previously. The duty was to welcome those in the Queen's Young Leaders program to Buckingham Palace in the summer, continuing the role started by the Queen during her lifetime of service to the Commonwealth nations. Number 1. She's enthusiastic. When Meghan first joined the royal family, she exhibited a ton of enthusiasm and passion for the duties given to her. A strong love of helping people, passion, and enthusiasm to do your work is always a good quality in any job. As the Queen, she can inspire many people with her enthusiasm alone. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Here are 10 reasons why Princess Anne should be the next queen. Number 10. She's got experience. Princess Anne has held her namesake since 1987. She knows all the ins and outs of being a princess and probably has some idea of what it's like to be the queen. She's Queen Elizabeth II's only daughter, and in December of 2017, it was actually reported that Princess Anne took on the most official engagements that year out of the entire royal family. She travels around the world at least 3 times a year to conduct official royal duties. Number 9. She's reliable. Princess Anne's reputation is well known across the world, and she is known as the royal family's trustiest anchor and a beacon of good old-fashioned public service. She takes care of the work no one else wants to do and gets it done when she says she will. Although she was known when she was younger as her royal rudeness, she is now one of Britain's most famous royals. Number 8. She has commitment. On 2 separate birthdays, her 60th and her 70th, Princess Anne was asked by the BBC and Vanity Fair if she would retire, and both times she has denied it. She explained that she would like to follow in her parents' footsteps and said she was very committed to her royal duties. Speaking of her earlier role, she said, "It's not just about can I tick a box for doing this. No, it's about serving the public." Number 7. She's charitable. The Princess Royal is involved in 300 charities, organizations, and military regiments in the UK and overseas. Her very first public engagement was as an 18-year-old in 1969, when she opened an education and training center in Shropshire. The very next year, she became the president of Save the Children UK. Princess Anne's charitable persona would definitely be a plus if she were to be the next queen. Number 6. She's athletic. Princess Anne is known for her love for horses and horse riding. But did you know she actually competed in the 1976 Montreal Olympic Games as part of the British equestrian team? Although she didn't win anything, she was the first royal to ever participate in the Olympics. It's important for public image purposes for a royal to be able to help themselves and be strong to the cameras, or you might be perceived as weak. As a horse rider, Princess Anne wouldn't have any problems as the queen. Number 5. She's efficient. From the years of 2016 to 2019, the Princess Royal carried out 1,945 engagements. This means she managed to complete almost 2 engagements a day for 365 days. That is some insane efficiency for her to be able to keep up with. In fact, in 2019 alone, she completed 453 engagements in the UK, which was a higher number than everyone else that year. Number 4. She does things herself. On multiple occasions, Princess Anne has done menial tasks on her own, keeping her out the hair of many people. Speaking of hair, did you know Princess Anne actually does her own makeup and hair? She's also driven to engagements herself several times, 2 times of which she actually got speeding tickets because she was going too fast and was late to engagements. Number 3. She's respectful. During the funeral of Her Royal Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, Princess Anne wore her military uniform with pride. It was a Royal Navy ceremonial outfit, and it was a part of an old historic procession. This was seen as very respectful, and people around the world appreciated the traditional respect she offered her late mother. Number 2. She's educated. Princess Anne was actually the first female of the royal family that received a formal education. She completed her 6 O-levels at Benenden School in Kent, leaving with 3 A-levels in English, history, and politics. This was actually the first time anyone in the royal family received an A-level in history and politics. Number 1. She's more qualified than the average royal. Many of the royals have unroyal-like feuds with each other. The royal family is susceptible to scrutiny all the time. With royals deciding to resign from their duties with all the drama, she proved over the years that she has many irreplaceable qualities. This is why she should be the next queen. Thanks for watching.
So to start off this video, by no means do I believe that Meghan Markle will become queen, but if she does, God help us all. So the only way Meghan Markle could become the queen, hypothetically, this would mean that Kings Charles III, Prince William, Kate, their 3 kids, George, Charlotte, and Louis, as well as Prince Harry would have to die or step down from the position altogether, which is a highly unlikely situation altogether. Except, as I said before, this is very unlikely. We already know about Harry and Markle's relationship with the royal family, and most of it we heard in the bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021.
That's the sad irony of the last 4 years, is I've advocated for so long for women to use their voice, and then I was silent.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
The latter. Conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title. And also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born. I just didn't want to be alive anymore. And that was a very clear and real and frightening, constant thought. Not only was I not being protected, but that they were willing to lie to protect other members of the family but they weren't willing to tell the truth to protect me and my husband.
Their reason for leaving the family involved different controversies, but the main part of that was that they claimed there were many forms of racism within the family. In terms of Prince Harry, he explained his reasons for leaving the royal family were due to a lack of support and lack of understanding. On top of that, Meghan was not even invited to join the royal family after Queen Elizabeth's death. I mean, she isn't technically royal blood, but she is married to one, so it only seemed fair that she would attend. She is technically the Duchess of Sussex, so where's her invite? So to sum up this video, it would take a long line of people to pass away or step down for her to ever be considered as the queen, let alone to the public or to the British media. There would have to be some max execution of royal members to ever make this a possibility, especially adding her relationship with the family and also with all of British media around her.